Over the past few months, the Cleveland skyline has welcomed a new addition as the Sherwin-Williams headquarters has grown taller by the day. As Sherwin's new home takes shape in downtown Cleveland, they continue to grow their presence and engagement globally and locally. Today, we're going to learn more about their growth and commitment to Cleveland from Senior Vice President, Global Innovation, Diana Strongosky. Diana began her career at Sherwin-Williams after college as a formulation chemist. For the past 35 years, she has held various technical positions at Sherwin-Williams before moving into sales and marketing and then research and development. She later became the Senior Vice President of North American Operations and then the Senior Vice President of Strategy, Supply Chain, and Engineering Innovation. Currently, she is the SVP of Global Innovation and leads the Building Our Future project to build the new headquarters and Research Development Center. She also gives back to the community. She is on the Great Lakes Science Center and the Brecksville Theater Board of Directors and is the past president of the board for Brecksville Theater on the Square. She is also on the President's Visiting Committee for Case Western Reserve University and Kent State University Foundation Board. She has received Sherwin-Williams Women of Professional Excellence Award in 2004, a Sherwin-Williams Diversified Brands Division Excellence Achievement Award in 2008, and a Percy Neyman Award for Leadership in 2017. We are excited to have her here today, and please welcome Diana.
Well, hello, everyone. Thanks for having me. That's a lot said. 35 years with Sherwin-Williams. You can see I'm quite vested in the company. And I'm very fortunate to be able to be the project lead for both of our building projects that are happening right now. Both of those projects total about $750 million. So this is the first time in our 157 history that we are building a new 36-story, 1 million square foot headquarters tower right in downtown Cleveland off of Public Square. When we move in, there'll be about 4,000 employees there downtown. And then in Brecksville, Ohio, we're building a 600,000 square foot global R&D center where we're going to bring two of our very large R&D groups together that are here in the Cleveland area to that facility altogether. So when we move in, there'll be about 900 employees there. And we call both of these projects, we call it Building Our Future. So that's what we refer to it as. And the mission of Building Our Future is around creating a world-class R&D and headquarters workplace platform that does four main things. We're focused on leveraging our combined enterprise, attracting and retaining talent for the future, igniting innovation while we're building the project and as we move in and live in these new buildings, and also providing real estate flexibility for our employees and our valued customers. So we started this journey, the construction part, probably about 3 years ago, and we kept it running during the pandemic. And we started it with a newer process in the construction industry where it's focused on collaboration and even partners sharing in the profits. So this construction process is called integrated project delivery. And it's about doing things the right way, the first time, and it's really focused on respect for people. And those foundational principles of integrated project delivery are around lean practices, risk mitigation, and innovation. So the decision to use this lean approach really came to us from one of our construction partners. And it seemed to make a lot of sense because it aligns with our company. We focus greatly on continuous improvement and our innovation culture as a company. Our definition for innovation is the fearless pursuit of ideas to create ... and you fill in the blank for however, wherever you are in the company. So we've seen innovation intertwined in the design and the construction process all throughout. And we expect to see this when we move into this building because we're creating this collaborative and innovative work environment. So where are we with this project? Well, we've completed the design phase for both projects. For the R&D project, we had our topping off ceremony where we placed the last steel beam. We did that at the end of July. And for the headquarters project downtown, we're targeting the beginning of December to place that last steel beam. So we have been making wonderful progress. And we do plan to move into both of those buildings, be done with construction by the end of 2024. So that's just a little preview of what we're doing here with the two buildings. So I'll pause there.
Diana, thank you for giving us kind of that snapshot into what's happening. Let's jump in with some questions. So why did Sherwin-Williams choose to headquarters in Cleveland when multiple cities were vying for your presence?
Well, Cleveland's our home. We've been here for over 150 years, and we've had this history, and we wanted to stay here. And we really felt staying in Cleveland would be the least disruptive to our employees and our business. And staying in Cleveland allows us to really be that catalyst for the city, and for other businesses to hopefully want to follow us and be in downtown Cleveland.
And how big of an issue in the decision was the need to access talent?
Well, it was the most important piece. So to stay in Cleveland, we had to make sure that we had a talent pipeline for the next 150 years. We've been very fortunate over the years to hire the best talent there is. People come to the Cleveland area because of Sherwin-Williams. So what we did was we leveraged our partnership with Jobs Ohio and various community partners to deliberately enhance our talent pipeline with new and creative partnerships. So for example, partnerships with Great Lakes Science Center or Magnet, many local colleges. Our focus with Jobs Ohio is on particular areas that are very important to our company, such as future STEM leadership, early talent relationships, student sponsorships, and even talent attraction marketing. So I think, that's really the main thing. I think I guess if you're thinking also just staying in Cleveland, why do we want to stay in Cleveland? And why would other people come to Cleveland? Why is it desirable? I think the first thing and the most important thing for us, and I think for any other company or person visiting, would be the safety of the city. That's the most important thing. We have to feel safe first, and then, you have to have a robust business scene if you want to attract people to the city. So, it's very important. We're very involved with those issues. And then on top of that, we want to ensure that we've got the best amenities there are, whether it's activities or entertainment. All those things combined are important if you want to have companies stay in Cleveland or, actually come to Cleveland.
So you are building an impressive global headquarters at a time when perspectives on in-person work are at flux. Do these shifting attitudes play a role in the future of work at Sherwin?
So our strength is in our people and our partnership with our customers, and being in person and in the office to collaborate and innovate is foundational to our brand. So it's why we continue to evolve and adapt and provide differentiated solutions for our customers and our stakeholders. So we are offering flexibility with hybrid working arrangements and many other things for our employees. We're very aware of what's happening in the world out there, but it is important for us to be face to face with employees and our customers. And that's why we've stayed committed this entire time through the pandemic to building this headquarters and building a new global R&D.
So what is the culture that Sherwin wants to create in its new headquarters?
So this is really a high performance workplace. It's really exciting to be able to build something from the ground up. We've been in an older building for years where it's very compartmentalized and hard to find people. Well, the way this is built is that it's very open. There's many places for casual collisions. So people who work in finance run into people that work into marketing. We have work cafes and many different amenities for employees where they're going to want to come to work. Right? They're going to want to come to work because these spaces are dynamic, they're exciting, they're different. So it's a very creative and collaborative environment, and just absolutely world class. So we spent years, and we have wonderful partners we've worked with to understand what best in class looks like in terms of a workplace. And it's very dynamic, and we have the ability to flex and change as things change in the world in the years to come.
Can you speak to the balance of commitment to Greater Cleveland while also growing the global presence and impact with Sherwin?
Well, yeah, we've been a global company for years and years, so that isn't really new for us. And we have over 64,000 employees across the globe, so that really isn't a new thing for us. I would just say that being a partner in the community is part of our culture, and it's how we drive employee engagement. So it doesn't matter if we're a manufacturing site or a Sherwin-Williams store or an office building in Morro, Georgia or Santiago, Chile. Um, we support those communities, just like we support programs and outreach in the Cleveland area. So, for example, just in the Cleveland area, it was about a month ago, our company participated in Manufacturing Day at the Great Lakes Science Center. And we did product and technology demonstrations for over 600 high school and middle school, students. That's something we, embrace. We love doing wherever we are in the United States or outside of the United States. So that's just something that is part of who we are.
Can you talk a little bit more about how Sherwin encourages employees to engage in the community and additional opportunities that you all have
Mhm.
participated in?
Sure. We make our employees aware of what's going on. We have many organizations even within our company. It's, whether it's women's networking group or the African American networking group. You name it. We have all these types of groups. And usually what's something that brings everybody together is some type of community outreach. We do these types of activities all throughout the year. We make it very easy. So if people aren't involved with organizations on their own, in their own community, they can be a part of doing this within Sherwin-Williams. When I worked in the labs for years and years, we would always have a technical summit every year. We brought all the technical folks together, and it was about learning and collaborating and networking. But there was also this component on the second day where we always did a community outreach program. We brought everyone together, and it would be 600 employees, descending on the city of Cleveland. And whether it was working with Habitat for Humanity, building, or painting houses, or cleaning up, or working with, the metro parks, it's something that is a part of who we are. We value it, and we want our employees to be involved, and we make it as easy as possible for people to have access and to be able to help others.
Talk a little bit about the decision to keep the headquarters in downtown Cleveland, but
Mhm,
the R&D facility outside of
mhm.
downtown.
Yep, sure. Ultimately, we wanted everything together, and we really looked hard in the Cleveland area. If you think about research and development, there's a lot going on, a lot of flammable materials to work with. You need a lot of space. So it was hard to find land where we could have the R&D center and the headquarters together. We really wanted that. That would be ideal to have everybody all together. We looked everywhere, and there just wasn't the appropriate land. So we did have to make a hard decision to split. And then once we decided, well, we're going to be separate, we wanted to make sure we had the right amount of land for future growth for the R&D team, and to be able to lay out the labs in the most efficient and effective way. So the land in Brecksville was amazing. It's over 120 acres. It's flat. We could build anything we wanted or needed, and we have that. We have an amazing lab spread out. It's absolutely state of the art. We have subject matter experts in the lab that help create this with our architects to make sure the flow of materials to formulation to scaling up, everything is in the right, really order and way to be. And that was important. We needed a lot of land to do it. And the Brecksville site was absolutely perfect. It's not that far, if you think about it. I live in Brecksville, so it's a 20-minute drive here and there. And we're really going to make it that both of these sites are sites that our employees are going to want to be at. We have touchdown spaces so people could spend a day, a half a day, visiting each site. We have different amenities at the different sites. We have an innovation center at our R&D site that we don't have today, an experience center at our headquarters. So this will be something where employees, customers, stakeholders will be going back and forth from the two sites.
Could you speak to what characteristics or skills the company envisions in future STEM leaders that you aim to recruit?
Sure. I think it's what we look for today. I mean, besides having the technical ability, I think that goes without saying. If you're looking for a chemist, you need to have a chemistry degree and have gone to school for it. It's very important to have the soft skills that really make up, a total person, whether that's emotional intelligence, being able to communicate, adaptability, flexibility. It's those types of skills that, make someone just a really valuable team member. So I think it's just the combination of those things that we have today that we're going to continue to look for, in future leaders.
And what opportunities might exist within the company for STEM students for internships or opportunities for learning, especially as we look at the new downtown headquarters, the R&D facility in Brecksville? How might they all connect?
Right. We have recruiting for the company as a whole, and we have internships, co-ops today. We have a very large program when you think about our STEM employees. It's a great pipeline for future employees. I myself was an intern. That's how I started. Over 35 years ago, I worked in the lab as an intern, and it was the best thing ever. So we're going to keep these programs going and even make them more robust. We have internships in areas of finance or marketing, all the different areas. So we're going to continue to do that, and it's by continuing to partner with the great universities and colleges in the area, and that's what we're going to be deliberate about as we move forward.
So, as you think about talent, what are some of your greatest needs for talent, and where are you looking to recruit from to fill those needs?
We're looking for all positions, but I think the ones that are, I would say, a little bit more difficult would be you want to have the right STEM employees. And when I think about STEM, it covers anything from chemistry to engineering to finance, math, the digital technology. It's definitely in that STEM area that we want to focus. And because that's really the heart of our company. It's our coatings, it's our formulations, and those are the great innovations that we need to have for our marketing and sales teams, so that we can be successful as a company. And again, we partner with universities locally as well as universities outside of Ohio. There's many great coatings and polymers companies, outside of Ohio. So, we cast a wide net on that because we want to ensure that we've got, a diverse population of, employees and, diverse way of thinking, when you bring that back into the company.
What plans might you have to leverage this new prominent space on Public Square to more actively engage with the downtown community?
We are very involved with downtown and any of the organizations, you name it. We have a vested interest in ensuring that we're connecting well with Public Square, that it's safe, that other businesses will continue to thrive there. We want to ensure there's other amenities and businesses that want to build and be around that area. So we're working with all the leadership in the area, whether it's the RTA or whether it's downtown Cleveland, just together. We want to do this and make sure that, we're an important part of it. So we're there, we're here to stay, and, we want it to be the best downtown there is, and we want other businesses to be there with us.
Will there be any aspects of the new headquarters that is open to the public, whether that's cafe or retail, any kind of exhibits that folks might be able to access?
So, as I mentioned, at the headquarters, there'll be over 4,000 employees. It's a Sherwin-Williams only building. We have that many employees. And the security and the safety of our employees is our number one concern. And it is a building that is for the employees. So if you're a visitor to see someone, you will be able to come into the lobby area and utilize. There's a barista, there's a merchandise store, there's a beautiful, um, innovation center. But that is if you're a visitor of someone at Sherwin-Williams. Now, if you're someone who is, downtown and you're walking around, you'll be able to walk around our building and really get a sense of who we are and what we do with the branding and really the architecture that we're going to have all around the building. The windows are everywhere, and we're going to make sure that you understand that it's Sherwin-Williams and what we do. So there will be things to see, but it'll probably be from the outside.
As you have worked on this project over the course of the past few years, what has excited you most and what excites you about what's coming?
I think as an employee, it's very exciting to have a workplace that is just state of the art, something that you want to be in every single day, that, you're going to have, food that's wonderful, that you're going to have an amazing fitness center, you're going to have a wellness center, you're going to have all these amenities. So it's really exciting to have a place where you're just going to want to be at, and it's going to be a fun environment, to work and to interact with colleagues. I think that's exciting because it's going to be amazing for the employees that have been here for years and years and worked in the buildings we have today. It's going to be amazing for recruiting. When people come to see the building, it's somewhere they're going to want to be. So I think that's from an employee standpoint. I think as a leader on the project, I think what's been exciting for me is to bring together so many different trade partners from different companies to get them to work together. And typically when you're building something like this, it's done very sequentially. It's more of a design build. And as I mentioned, this integrated project delivery process, it requires every partner to work together and collaborate. At the very beginning, when typically you're designing, the construction partners are involved at that point. There's not this handoff and it's not sequential. It's all partners being together throughout the stages. So there's this collaboration, and you end up with actually a more robust end product with the different types of thought processes that are involved all throughout. So for me, it's been extremely exciting to bring together very different points of view, different companies, and just work with them. This has been all new to me. I've worked in R&D, I've worked in supply chain and manufacturing. I've never built a building before. And it's been absolutely thrilling to work on the project and to learn so much about this and to meet some fantastic partners.
Throughout this process, what are some of the challenges you faced and how did you work through those?
As I said, what's so exciting is also a challenge. So I would say it was very challenging to bring together so many different companies that actually were not that familiar with integrated project delivery, that were used to a typical design build and a very sequential process. So it was challenging to bring together folks that everybody has their own companies, their own agenda, and we needed everybody to come together as one team. One integrated project delivery team that doesn't just happen by randomness. That happens by being extremely deliberate. And it was challenging, but we were able to work together. And I brought in a consultant to help us with this because we all had different points of view. And it was really important that everybody had positive intent and really had that respect for each other. Because as I mentioned before, these major trade partners are sharing in the profit. So you either lose together or you win together. So our intention is to win together, and it's a continuous journey, of this communication and working together on the right mindset.
Now, Diana, you have had your career trajectory through Sherwin-Williams. Can you share some more insights around the lessons learned along the way and what has kept you with the company for so long?
Well, I've stayed with Sherwin-Williams because I've had so many different opportunities. I was able to grow my career and stay challenged by staying at one company. We encourage that at our company. Someone who was a chemist working in the laboratory was able to move into marketing and gain a completely different perspective of the company. That really, allowed me to move into so many other positions. So I think, as we have different divisions, we have different functional groups, we encourage diversity of thought. We want individuals to have different experiences. So that's a big part of why I was able to stay at the company, as well as the people. I mean, it's just it's a fantastic company. The people, they're more than just employees and coworkers. They're friends after over 35 years. So it's been an awesome experience for me.
And looking ahead as the headquarters is coming to life, what is next on your plate after this opens up?
We'll have to see. So now this is, because this is really a major milestone for me. And as you can imagine, 35 years with the company, you can imagine when this finishes. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm enjoying leading global innovation at our company. It's something I'm extremely passionate about. But I think through my career, I've been open to opportunity, and I stay open to opportunity. I never thought I'd be building two buildings when I started working at the company. So something different probably.
And for those of us here today, how can we continue to learn updates about what's happening with the headquarters, the engagement of Sherwin in our community?
Right. You can go to our Building Our Future website. We keep updates on there for anybody. You can see the progress of the buildings. So even if you're not downtown, we do the time lapse, so you can see that on a quarterly basis. We put out information on just where we are with the process, just what we're doing in the community, all that kind of stuff. So you can stay updated, besides probably in the news. There tends to be articles in the news on it. But yeah, check out Building Our Future website for sure.
Diana, thank you so much for being here with us today and sharing insights. It has been so fun to watch the building come to life and watching the cranes above the skyline. So thank you to you and all that Sherwin-Williams does for the greater Cleveland community.
Thank you for having me. Glad to be here.